What is the cost of chasing perfection? In my life, it looked like an inability to make decisions, a feeling of being stuck, not knowing the right next thing to do constantly, a lack of fulfillment because I was never satisfied. And what I've realized is that perfection, paired with a very uncertain world that I was living in, was actually costing me growth. It was costing my energy and depleting me. And so when I stopped chasing perfection and started realizing that right now, and I think forever, but right now in an uncertain world, being human and managing your own energy as a human is probably the most important thing that you can do for your team. The most important thing, certainly, you can do for yourself, your family, and your business. And so, where are you, first off, chasing perfection and need an adjustment? But also, what do you need to grow and to reflect and to have clarity during that time? And you've heard a lot of stories that I've shared about the farm that I now live on. And the farm is a place for me where I get to not chase perfection because most of the time I don't know what I'm doing and I'm learning again. And I also get this beautiful reflective time that's forced. I'm away from a lot of things. I'm away from a lot of distractions. And what that has taught me, and this happened last night. I was on the tractor in the field, and I just thought, how can it feel like this all the time? Yes, I need to do big things and we need to grow the business and I need to go to big events and we're striving to, of course you want awards and all of those things. But I just remember the simplicity of the moment and thinking, is this just summer? Or is this just a new part of my life that is going to allow me to better manage my energy all year long? And so for me, it's the farm. That's not for everyone. But my question for you is, what do you need? Maybe it's more coffees with your mentors and people that you really trust to talk through things. Maybe it's hiring and investing in a coach, which was transformative for me. Maybe it's a retreat to get clear and what you want to do next. And then what does the business need so that it stops chasing perfection, so that we can manage the energy in the business? What does it need? It might need some clarity on your strategy in this chaos and uncertainty. And it might need the light at the end of the tunnel to come back on for your leaders and to have hope that there are great times ahead for the business. And how can you infuse that into the business? I didn't come to all of this growth or realization or reflection on my own. I had to be very intentional about it. I had to surround myself with the right people who could help me think differently than I was thinking, because the world is going to force you into thinking in a certain way. And if you don't have the resources that you need personally and as a business that are going to help you step back and take a look at the situation from another angle, that is where the growth actually happens. It's where you see things from a different perspective so that you can make the change. It's where you start to look at and realize that perfection is not a thing. There is no finish line that we're trying to cross. And if we're striving for that, you're going to live a life much like I was living, where I wasn't fulfilled, where I was stuck every day and frustrated, and where my energy was depleted because I was chasing something that didn't exist or that wasn't even the right thing. So, where do you need to take that step back, and who can help you in that? So, some of you might be thinking, oh, no, I want everything to be right and in its place and the way it's supposed to be. And what I will challenge you with is change can drive growth. It's just whether we decide to ride the wave or swim against it. And where do you need to maybe let go a little bit, find help, find support, and stop trying to swim against the wave and allow the wave to take you in the direction that it's supposed to take you. And it was many of these reasons why I created the retreat. The Surviving Greatness Retreat was created because I needed a place to go. I needed to be surrounded with people that instead of saying, ooh, I don't know if I would do that or that sounds scary, would say, go for it and let us know how we can support you. And I needed to think bigger than what I was thinking. I needed time to truly reflect and have clarity. And that does not come in my day-to-day life. I had tried for years. I knew it wasn't going to happen. So the Surviving Greatness retreat is that. It's creating the container and the space for you to do the work that you're not going to do in your day-to-day lives. And the beauty and the magic that happens in that can truly be life-changing for people coming out of the retreat. We have so many testimonials of people who have had impacts like that. So decide what you need. And if the retreat is something, I would love to talk more about it.